Well, I tend to look at the newsstand or publishing from a newsstand perspective. And one of the things that has been troubling is that the general publishing economics do not necessarily, of the general economics of magazine publishing do not always mesh well with the economics of the distribution channel. Meaning good publishing economics do not necessarily mean good wholesaling economics or good retailing economics. So in the last year, everybody has known for a long time that the wholesale level of the distribution channel was troubled financially. But they tended to feel that, well, they've been saying it's troubled for so long, but it still survives. Well, in the last year, the second largest company with a market share of 25% went out of business. A lot of reasons go into that, but the fact is that it was a collapse of a major portion of the distribution channel, and that same economics is trying to support the surviving wholesalers. So I don't think the economics of the distribution channel have been effectively addressed, and we have an opportunity at this point, as publishers in general are looking at their financial model of advertising, subscription revenue, and newsstand revenue in light of tremendous declines in the advertising market. We see them beginning to rejigger their financial model, particularly in terms of how dependent they are on advertising. So the opportunity at this point would seem to me, as we are reconfiguring the financial model of publishing, we should be trying to look at it not just from the publishing manufacturer or the publisher's perspective, but in terms of securing the distribution channel. Obviously, at retail, there are customers still buying many, many magazines. 25 million magazines a week are sold at retail. That's an enormous number. There's got to be a way to put the economics of the business together in which all of the parts of the business are financially healthy.
How do you see the future? Do you see our cup half full or half empty?
I always see things half full, and I think they have to go forward.
Do you think the subscription model need to change in order to boost the single copy in the United States? Or?
Well, I don't think you can't really talk about it in terms of the subscription model. You really got a model at this point for most publishers. There are always exceptions to it, but for most publishers, that is advertising driven. That means that they are trying to keep the rate base as high as possible to sell as many ads at the highest prices. That usually leads to bad circulation economics because you support subscriptions that do not bring profit to the publisher, but they can support advertising sales. If the advertising sales are not going to be as strong, then publishers are going to have to reconfigure their economics of circulation. One, to make their subscriptions more profitable or profitable at all, and two, to make their newsstand sales, which are profitable for most publishers, to increase them in some way. One way is if you reconfigure the subscription, the general subscription model, to accommodate, it is going to make newsstand more attractive to consumers. You may not see in the future these great so-called bargains, heavy discounting of subscriptions against the newsstand cover price. And that's got to be helpful in the long term.
Thank you.
Okay.